Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and we got some shit to talk about, okay? I'm so excited for the new season of Big Brother, okay? So we're gonna do like a recap, kind of. I need to talk about the things, all of the things, okay? We've had two episodes. We had two episodes so far. And one of the big highlights of, I mean, honestly, the season. One of the moments of She Is the Moment, Sari Fields. First of all, I want to thank you all for coming to my channel. I'm a huge Big Brother fan. I've been dreaming of making Big Brother content, so this is really it's really cool for me to start doing. So I really appreciate if you could like and subscribe, and if you want to be notified every time I drop a new video, hit the notification bell. Sari Fields. Okay. Coincidentally, I was just watching a Survivor breakdown video about her whole Survivor story, which I honestly think kind of prepped me for this. Like, I don't know, like I be in tune. I be in tune with it, okay? And first of all, I'm not one of those Survivor watchers that has seen a lot of seasons, when they were showing live. I do go back and watch seasons and try to watch, the ones that people talk about. And I have seen her play. I fucking love Sari. She's an amazing player. And when I tell you, I was rooting for her with the Black Widows, bitch. Oh my God. I was so mad. But anyways, I think I did see that season live. I might have. Anyways, so when I was watching the little intros, okay, because this is my first introduction to the cast, I do my best to stay away from like the pre-show buzz, like before the pre-house buzz. I try to stay away from that because it's really all speculation for the most part. And it's so funny looking back at those, a lot of times, like other people's videos and stuff about them, and it's like, wow, it was whatever we thought was completely wrong. So I don't know, I just try to stay out of that because it's kind of imaginary. Or so this is my first introduction to the cast, and I like the little intros they have for the cast members, for the house guests. And watching Jared's, like, when I watch these, I kind of like try to pick out, okay, I see why this person is there. It fits this archetype. Or like this person has this real like endearing story, or it's a person like, that a first of this person's kind to be on the show. Like I kind of picked those out. Like, okay, I see why this person was cast, I see why this person was cast. Probably because I'd be like, well, bitch, why wouldn't I cast? But anyways, so we get to Jared, and I was like, I don't see it. What was the reason they cast Sari's my mom? I was like, oh, there it is. There we go. That is why. I can say though, he is, if he's looking like he's like a great addition to the house. Like, he's not just there. It's not just, oh, Sari's kid. Especially because she's in the house, which watching the intro, and it's like Sari's son and whatever, I did not expect her to be in the house at all. So that was such a surprise for me. It was a pleasant surprise. It was appreciated surprise. It was amazing. Okay. So back to the intros. Okay. That stood out to me because I really was like, I don't get why Jared was cast. You know what I mean? And then, so we also have red and blue. I bet the casting director saw that shit was cute. Red and blue, and Cameron, and Luke, and it's so many people. Remembering names the first 4 weeks, I think, for me, is like, we gotta dwindle it down. We gotta dwindle it down so I can remember everybody's names. Okay, so I can get what's going on. I can honestly say that from the live feeds and from like the talk about the live feeds and the content I've seen about the show and mostly the live feeds, because it's only been 2 episodes so far. This is gearing to be one of the best pre-juries ever. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, so I gotta look at my graphic because, you know, I don't know these people's names, okay? I know Jared, I know Saree, I know Mimi, I know Izzy, I know Felicia. I don't know everybody. Okay, so then we have them. What I thought was funny is that, you know, we had Christmas on before, and I think that's kind of like, do they do a name thing now? Like they try to find somebody with a name like that, because we have red, blue, and we have America. I don't know. Did they need a white? Did they need a white? Because I mean, really, because it was there. Okay, so we have America Blue, Bowie, Cameron, Saree, Corey, Felicia, Hissam, Izzy, Jag, Jared, Kirsten, Luke, Matt, Nicole, Red, and Riley. Okay, so we're doing a little different. It's kind of like last season. For the first episode, they split up into groups and they do these separate competitions, and then there's winners of each competition. But instead of having the winners like they did last year, they had winners from each competition. They had the losers from each competition are going to be put up as nominees. So there's going to be 4 nominees. So we got our 4 nominees, and it was so funny, not funny, haha, funny, weird, how the four nominees that we had, 3 of them, Jared, Kirsten, Felicia. What thing did they have in common? That was just kind of like, I know it was nobody like did it. It happened happenstance, you know, but it was just like we still doing this, even like what's going on. So Felicia, Jared, Kirsten, and Corey, yeah, they're all on the block. They're nominated, and now we're gonna have a head of household competition, and the head of household will, instead of nominating 2 people, because why would they do that? Then there'd be 6 people. They're gonna take 2 people off the block, and then you're gonna go on like normal and have a veto count where you can take somebody off or not use it. Let's go back to the first episode. So after they do the competition, they walk to the house. They go to the house, and that's where Saree is. She bypassed all that bullshit. They was not gonna have her on the block first motherfucking episode, first nominations. Nah, bitch. You go in the house with the champagne, okay? And you get the champagne and you the party. You chill out. You chill out right here, baby. And I love that queen behavior. Like, what? So they come in the house, and ironically, Jared's the first one in the house, and he kind of just smiles and stands back. And then Izzy is like, and I thought she was loud, but I don't think nobody heard her. Maybe the mic caught it really well. She was like, "You're Saree's son, aren't you?" And he was like, "Come on, shut the fuck up, come on." And of course, she's right. And she said that she stalks Saree's Instagram like she's a fan. She's a stan, okay? She's a stan. She's fangirling out, okay? So she knew. And that she probably had a thought, and then when she seen Saree, it was like, oh, yeah. Because she was on it. Baby girl was on it, okay? Love that for them. So it creates an instant alliance. If you know my secret, I gotta have your back. Because if I don't have your back, then if you feel any type of distrust within this situation, what you gonna do? Tell my secret. Like, if you feel it, like you got that over me, even though it's not like she's holding it over Jared, it's like that's what it is. Like, if you notice, we gotta be locked in, okay? Ain't no switching up. So right there, we already know we got an alliance of 3: Saree, Izzy, and Jared. Because that's how else do you build strong alliances? You know secrets. So, and I wish, this brings me back to Davon. I wish Davon would have been a little bit more down low with knowing more than you should know. You gotta be low with it, you know? And like, I loved it that Izzy was kind of, Izzy was kind of, because I don't think that was something she should have said right then, but I think she was just so excited. And that seems to be a thing with Izzy. Izzy is just, ooh, that baby is on edge, okay? So, and instantly, Sari and Felicia kind of connected. And I love that for them because I know that Sari is like Sari. You know, she's Sari Fields. She's Survivor. She's kind of a strategic mastermind. I don't want to say kind of. She's a strategic mastermind. So it's kind of like, I think people will want to keep her there if she was just there. But having both of them, because they're older, and usually the older contestants kind of get picked off first. It's like, oh, it's the easy thing to do. Like, you know, we're not rustling any feathers. And I really fucking hate that. I really hate it. So I'm glad that they have each other, because that gives them such a better chance of like making it far. Especially because Sari is Sari. Now, I done found out Felicia and I have the same birthday. So now, bitch, it's Sari, Felicia, Jared, final three. Like, that's all I've been thinking about. Like, we got the same birthday. We here. We see each other, okay? I am rooting 1,000% for Felicia. The house has not stopped, okay? I can't watch all the live feeds. I try to peek into the live feeds, especially when people on Twitter are like, y'all need to be watching this shit. It's going down. I try to peek into the live feeds. I can't catch all of it. So I do watch Taryn's Taryn's recaps from the live feeds. I watch those every morning with my tea. And so I'm trying to stay with it, because it's when I say nonstop, baby, nonstop. So there becomes an alliance that forms. And of course, it's the whole onion strategy. Everybody was on the same page this season, like about creating an alliance with an alliance with an alliance. And if you don't know, the onion strategy is to have majority of the numbers in the house, which usually is 7 to 9 people's usually these super alliances, their numbers. They form first, second day. And within that 8-person alliance, there's a 5. So there's a 5 and then the 3, and then they're on the outside. They're not supposed to know they're on the outside, but they're on the outside. And then within that 5, there's a 3. Within that 3, there should be multiple final 2s. They all should be trying to final 2. But a lot of times it don't really happen like that. If there is like a final 2 and eventually that third person sees it, it gets more apparent. But we start out with a big group and then we kind of dwindle it down. They worked from the inside of the onion out, which I don't think is the best strategy. Let me tell you why. When you start with, let's say, a 3. When you start with a 3 and then you work outward, I would think it's more apparent that there's a 3. If you have a 3 and they're doing this, they're having a 3, and then they're like, we want you to come in to what we have. So now these people know that they're coming into something that was already made. And then when they're like, okay, let's bring these other people in. So now they know, okay, well, we got a little bit of protection because it's these other people. But then they tell those people, hey, we're going to bring you into this 5 that we already have. But then now we know as the 3 that we're on the outskirts. We're the bottom of the totem pole. It's not smart. It's not smart when you work that way, especially if you're just being all willy-nilly with it, like they seem to be. It's kind of just like they're openly telling people like, hey, this is what we're doing. We want you to come in with us. Instead of having a big conversation like, hey, this group is cool. We should do this together. Like, they should do that. It shouldn't be so. Why are they telling the truth so crazy? They're really just like, hey, come into this group we have. We like you. What? Like, you, because that's like when a couple trying to find a unicorn, you know that they a couple. They like, hey, me And this person want you. We want you to come be with us. See, we're an us and you're a you, you're one. We want you one to come. Like they're clearly painting the picture of what it is, and that's not. I don't think that's how you should play the game. I don't know if one of them gonna win. I don't know. Let's talk about who these people are. Okay, so I have my graphic up. Okay, so the handful is the 5. Okay, this is like the core 5. Which is Riley, Cameron, Jag, Blue, and Luke, right? Riley and Jag seem to be a 2. Riley, Jag, and Blue seem to be a 3. Within that 5, the handful. And within that 5, they're bringing in Corey, America, and Jared. That last one's going to be a problem. Why would that be a problem? Because on the other side of the house, we have Bye Bye Bitches, okay? Which is 3, Felicia, Mimi, Bowie, and Izzy, okay? Mind you, Sari and Felicia are 2. Sari and Mimi are 2. And Jared is Siri's son. They are 2. It gets better. It gets better, bitch. So Sari she is fucking set. She is sitting in that onion cozy than the motherfucker. She ain't gotta do nothing but lay low on them hoes. Okay? So the Bye Bye Bitches is that 5. And they want to have Red, Hisam, and Jared. Now Jared is wanted on both sides. Which side do you think Jared would be more loyal to? That's right, Sari's side. So what's really amazing about this season compared to other seasons when these big alliances are made is that usually 1 or 2 things happen. So either they're completely oblivious to it and that side just takes them out. There's nothing they could do about it. They don't realize it until it's far too late. Or they win consistently over and over again. They are loud about them being in a group, or they're not quiet about it, about them being in an alliance, and they kind of pinpoint who they're going to take out, take them out with no issues, and then it's predictable, which is boring. Either way, it's predictable. But this season, there is a mole. There is a person that's in between, and that if they stay low, could actually just take them out without them really realizing what's going on. And then there are some people on the outskirts. Who are in the outskirts? It's me. It's Kirsten, because she is probably going home. And also Luke. Was I saying Luke? I get Luke and Matt mixed up. Luke is on the outskirts. Matt is within that core handful. Luke is the one on the outskirts. I'm sorry, I keep getting confused. So Kirsten is probably going home. Reason being, she was kind of running around the house really frantically the first day or 2 and running to everyone, kind of just being like a wild card. And it really rubbed everybody the wrong way. Even though she was being honest with Jared and having conversations with Jared that seemed to be, genuine as far as alliances and groups. And then she didn't make up, but she kind of pushed to form a 5-person alliance. It was kind of just random. I mean, I see she's kind of trying to push just to have some protection because she's on the block. They're working out is Kirsten, Jared, Riley. I don't remember. But she kind of just like, hey, let's do this, and they name it the Phalanx 5, which is whatever. I don't know. It's one of those alliances that didn't really seem real. It proved not to be when Riley won HOH and she took Corey and Jared off the block, which leaves Felicia and Kirsten. And Kirsten was really, really broke up about this and spoke in the confessionals about it, but it was kind of like that alliance wasn't really real. And what even makes it more not real is when you don't go check back with the people. And it doesn't seem as if she went and checked back with everyone to make sure, you know, like, hey, like, we're doing this. This is what I have to offer. We're good, we're good, we're good. So at this point, we have Felicia and Kirsten on the block. Kirsten is probably gonna go home. I hate when it's one of these situations, but it's kind of one of these situations where it's like dead in the water. It ain't really shit you can do. Like at this point, I feel like it's pretty set in everybody's head and they're moved on to the next week and the next nominations. Okay, we got to talk about some conversations that have been going on in the house. There's so many. One, she is off the walls. Okay, Izzy is Izzy is crazy, girl. She crazy. Sari, couple things I've seen about Serena in these conversations. Serena and Jared, she gets really emotional about playing this game with her son, and that really like warms my heart because like how many people can say that they've done something like that with, you know, their child, and she's coming on as Survivor Legend, as you know, as like this master game player, and to play with your kid, it's so beautiful, okay? And she keeps telling him like, people can have emotions, Jared. You gotta stop. You can't can't dictate how people feel just because you don't feel emotional about it. You can't make everybody. And that shit is so cute. It's so cute. It's so funny too, because like you can tell this is a conversation she's had with him before. Like you can't, you can't. No, just cause you cool as a cucumber, my nigga. You can't try to act like everybody else should be too. Okay. Because the house is stressful. I can tell. I ain't in there, bitch, and I'm stressed. Okay? And she's telling him not to, you know, be vocal about who he's going to talk to, not keep mentioning her when, you know, trying to make sure she's safe when you having these conversations, because that's going to put a target on them. And it's already kind of a target on Sari, even though it doesn't seem like it yet, but coming in as a player, as a Survivor Legend, let's keep it a buck, okay? Coming on as a Survivor Legend, there's already a target there. It may not have shown itself quite yet, okay? But look, eventually people they're gonna have to say something, because it's gonna be crazy if you just let Sari get to the end and don't even try to put her up. Izzy and Jared are siblings, and Sari is their mother. It's funny, it's fun to watch. It's cute. It's cute. And Izzy really is like Jared. I think Jared is doing the right thing. Like he's trying to calm her down, because as he tells her, you know, I'm hearing your name, calm down, so there's no more reason for people to say your name. And she's like, fuck that, fuck this, fuck that, fuck them, fuck all that shit, Jared, fuck all that shit. That's hilarious to me. I love her. I love her. It's not the best gameplay, but I love her and I feel her. So what's happening within these alliances? Okay, we have now within these alliances, we have the 8s and then we have the 5s. Okay, and then we have the brown sugar babes, which is Sari, Felicia, Jared, and Mimi. I love that. Love that for them. I need them to go Final Four. What's going on is that once Jared was let into this information about the other side of the house, they're like, oh shit, there is a other side of the house. Like there is a clear other side of the house. These are people in it, and we gotta band together to, you know, get this shit, handle this shit, play it safe. Now what they are trying to do is, because they have this inside information that these people, these specific people we have names, are in this group, we have to get the people that are not within this group and let them know that we need to band together. And what I would think, me, Asia, is lay low. Okay? Don't let it be known that they have created something to combat this. Don't let it be known. Play it cool until y'all can be like, okay, bet, we here. And don't let them know that y'all know, because then your advantage in the situation is gone. Some more conversations in the house. We have Mimi and Sari have a moment, and that's where they like, if I go with you, if it's me and you, I would like to see that, and love that. Uh, Corey went down in another brown, whatever he was dragged down to, and that put him at a slight disadvantage. He came a little bit later to the game, and it's so surprising to me that they pulled him off the block. I thought he was gonna go home, and I was kind of okay with that. Um, but he's a fan of the game, and he sees that when they bring him and Jared in, that they're bringing him in. Like I said before, they're letting you know, like, we want to bring you into what we got. So they already know they're on the ends. They're on the outskirts. So once Corey brings that up to Jared, like, where they had a name, this was done before they got us. They just pulled us in for some extra numbers. Jared already oh yeah, that makes sense. Bet. So let's do this over here with them, because these are the people I'm like, I trust Sari, I trust Felicia. Let's move it that way, and let's fuck them, basically. Basically. And I can't remember who said it. One of them women said Cameron gave serial killer vibes. And I was like, that's harsh to say something like so. It's such a crazy label to put on somebody. And just, knowing them for 24 hours. But I want to talk about this conversation. I don't want to talk about it last, because this not funny to me. Cameron had a conversation. I don't know. Look, this is just an update from the week. It's not really in order. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm doing my best here. I'm doing the best I can. But so Cameron has this conversation with Riley Blue America, I think. And basically was like, hey, I know what's going on the other side of the house. It's okay. I got y'all. I'm going to go get some information. Make sure, we're good. You don't have nothing to worry about. It was really weird. And it was really like, don't cry. Don't fret. Damsel in distress. I'm going to save you. I got this. So he does go around the house, and he kind of does, trying to get information out of Jared, just trying to get information out of, the other side. And because it's apparent that there's two sides now. It's very apparent. They meet up together. They're separate together. It's very apparent that there's two sides of the house, which is not what I think they wanted. But here we are. So he goes talking to people. He gets a little bit of information. He doesn't get everything, okay? He doesn't get everything, but he gets little tidbits of things. Not once did anybody say that Riley was a target. People said they were comfortable with Riley. And Riley took off Jared, who is very central on one side of the house. He took Jared off the block. And that gained her some type of trust, or at least a favor, I got you back, from that group. They don't have a problem with Riley. Nobody said they wanted her out. Nobody said anything about a showmance with her and anyone. Especially not Matt, who's what Cameron thinks in his head, that Riley and Matt is a thing. Cameron's insane. Who said he was circling the vibes? Who said he had serial killer vibes? Because I think they may have been on to something. Izzy, see, that's my bitch. Izzy said Cameron gave her serial killer vibes. And at first, when I heard that, I was kind of like I said, Izzy, come on now. But now I'm like, come on now. So, okay, back to Cameron. Okay, so he goes back to Riley and tells her that people are saying her name. People are saying they want to put her up. People are saying that her showmance with her and Matt is apparent and it's an issue. he's telling her, well, you know what? I got you. I got you if you stick with me and, you know, come over to this side of the house, but stick with me and come over, get away from Matt. Come with me and listen to me and follow me, and everything's gonna be okay, and I'm going to save you. Then I forgot to tell y'all, he referred to this lady as his daughter. He said that she reminds him of his daughter. They are the same age. He said their relationship is daddy-daughter like. Huh? What? Ew. Yikes. Ooh, I'm so confused. He's manipulating her in the craziest way, because from all that we've seen, it feels like it's rooted in an attraction to Riley and his assumption that Riley has coupled up with Matt, and that he's trying to keep her away from Matt and maybe all the other guys she thinks that she may like. I mean, look, it's very problematic and toxic, to say the least. And this was a comment I didn't see on the live feeds, but it's all over social media, is that they were having a conversation, Riley and Cameron, and she says something, and Cameron's response is, "Don't make me hit you." And Riley says, "What?" And he says, "Don't make me hit you." At what point do we get this nigga out the house? Because he seems like a real danger. Like, not even being funny. He seems like a danger. And Riley was crying in this conversation with him. Not the "don't make me hit you" conversation. Back to the, you know, telling her that she's a target for the other side of the house, which she isn't. And she's crying, and of course she's upset, and he's just completely manipulating the situation, manipulating her, and making her doubt the people that she thought she had trust in, which, you know, outside of the house, this is emotional, mental abuse. Inside the house is mental and emotional abuse as well. Just, you know, just make clear, it's abuse. It's not fun. It's not funny. Cameron is uncomfortable. He makes us feel uncomfortable. And I feel like once Riley gets the full scope of things, when she leaves the house, she's not going to want to deal with him. And I feel like this is a really great cast outside of Cameron. You can say, like, you know, it's good TV, it's interesting to watch. I don't believe that that's interesting to watch. I don't believe that that makes for good TV. And if it does, I mean, you know, it's all relative, you know, everybody has an opinion. If you do think that makes good TV, well, what I would say to that is, we've had plenty of seasons where that didn't happen, where it wasn't abuse. Like, it's manipulation is one thing, but what he's doing is more than just that. And we've had seasons where this didn't happen, plenty of seasons where that type of emotional manipulation and abuse didn't happen, and they were fun. So we can still have fun without that, is my point. I really hope he goes home next. I don't think he will, because he kind of is positioning himself pretty well. He's doing a good job with manipulating Riley, so I don't think he's going home just yet. Let's talk about Hisam. So we have the power of veto competition, and Hisam wins the power of veto competition. And like I said to you, it hasn't been much talk at all since Riley took Jared and Corey down from the block. It hasn't been much talk about Kirsten staying. It just hasn't. Unfortunately, because I love her. I love her. I would like to see more of her. And so I don't think it seemed like anybody was going to use it. Or it didn't seem like Heisen was going to use it, or anybody was like really giving him anything that would persuade him into wanting to use it. It doesn't seem, well, not doesn't seem, Kirsten doesn't have a side. All she had was that Failings 5 thing, and that was nothing. It wasn't a thing. Heisen, he doesn't like Corey, and Corey tries to have a conversation with him, and it goes literally nowhere. Like, it goes nowhere. Corey's like, why don't you feel comfortable with me? Like, I want us to feel comfortable and us to, be together, because they're forming this alliance. And Cerie's like, y'all gotta get something together so that y'all can trust each other, or more Heisen can trust you. And he's trying. Corey is trying, baby. Corey is trying, okay? Heisen is giving him nothing. Give him nothing, girl. Give him nothing, Hansi. Nothing. 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 I say nothing, nigga. I mean nothing. Not give him nothing. He's like, well, we should work together. I would like to work with you. Well, yada yada yada. And Heisen's like, well, we don't talk game. And Corey's like, well, I'm doing right now, right here. I'm trying. What are we doing? And it's just not. Heisen doesn't see it for Corey. I don't know why. But he don't see it for Corey at all. He does not see it. And that's a funny dynamic, especially when they're supposed to be forming an 8. And it's still exciting. It wasn't, I was hoping that Jared, like, that side of the house will lay low. Jared, Cerie, Felicia, etc., will lay low, so that it will be more of like a slow burn, like we're in secrecy, and we're gonna flip the votes and shit. And it didn't really go like that, but it's still gonna be fun. Still see like all the fun that's to come this season, and I honestly cannot wait. Also these conversations Cameron's having with everyone, these one-on-ones, I don't think they're working the way that he wants them to work. He's trying to be so manipulative. He's crying and fake crying, and like I don't know. It seems really it seems way too like strategic. It does not seem real, doesn't feel real to me. I don't think they're buying it, but who knows? I doubt it, especially when they already have like these tight groups and tight bonds on the side of the Bye Bye Bitches and Brown Sugar Babes. Like, they really, I don't think that's gonna phase them at all. Cameron's doing his damnness. He's doing his damnness. I can't wait to see his interviews in the diary room, because if he's in the DR, like, thinking he's a mastermind, it's gonna be hilarious. Cause like, what? Read the fucking room. Oh my God. As of now, for real, it's spiraling. The whole house is spiraling. This is gonna be an interesting season. And I'm like, these live feeds are not stopping. Okay, like, I have to watch the updates every day, once a day, checking on the live feeds, maybe like once or twice a day, and on the internet, scrolling BB25. I'm excited for this season, and I can't wait to come back with another, like, I don't know, 2-3 day recap with you guys. I'm trying to get more organized. I have to get my organization together as far as doing everything like chronologically, because I'm all over the place. I apologize for that, but like, I'm busy right now. I'm sorry. I'm just it's so fun. It's so fun. I can't wait to come back to talk to you guys again. What do you guys think of this season? Have you guys seen the live feeds? The first 2 episodes. The episodes weren't the greatest. I'm like, but usually the live episode is when they put in all of the good shit from the live feeds of the week. So let's just hope. And it's gonna be a longer season this year. I don't know if you guys know, it's gonna be longer because of the writer's strike. So They never told us how long. Did they? Did they say 100 days? I don't remember. But let's hope that this live nomination episode is gonna be juicy as fuck, because the live feed's been juicy as fuck. Okay. I'll see you guys real soon. Again, let me know what you thought about the live feeds or the first 2 episodes in the comments. I can't wait to hear from you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.